Welcome back. Welcome back. I know you guys have seen the title of the video. It's about things I just don't believe anymore. There's a lot of lies I used to believe, a lot of fallacies. So I believe this will help someone out there to just live a better life and, make better choices. All right. So we're going to start off with number one, the number one thing that I do not believe anymore. One thing I used to believe is saving will make me rich. And boy, was I wrong. I'm putting away money, like half of my paychecks. And I'm like, wow, I'm gonna be rich. And that's what I was taught growing up is saving will make me rich. Now, what it did do is it made me have money in the bank, but it did not make me rich. And my version of rich is a millionaire, that I don't have to worry about, like, if I go on vacation, I don't have to worry about the money I spend. But when I was just saving, and when I was saving, I was still worrying about the money I was spending. I will go on little vacations or just hanging out with my friends, and I'm worried about how much money I'm spending because I know that I am not making that much money to live comfortably or live how I want to live. What happened as well is that I became a lot more stingy. I became more cheap because in my mind, saving money makes me rich. And that's what I want to do. I want to be rich. So the more money I can save, the more money I can hold on to, the better off I am. So, yeah, saving money doesn't make you rich. What makes you rich is investing. Who'd have thought? I definitely did not know that. And it pays to take a financial class, an investing class, something to really like help you understand how money works. So yes, that's number one. I wrote it down on my phone here, so that's what I'm looking at. Number two, things I stopped believing: zodiac signs. Zodiac signs are so annoying to me. I used to believe in zodiac signs in terms of like when it comes to relationships. Like, okay, I'm a Taurus. I'm not a Taurus, but let's say I am a Taurus. Um, Taurus goes well with Virgos. So if there's this guy I'm talking to that's a Virgo, there's a good chance that we will make it and we will have a lovely relationship. And that is not correct. I at one point there's this one relationship I should have gotten out of a long, long time ago, but I was in that relationship for about 2 years. And I think one thing that sustained me or made me stay in this relationship is because I was reading up on zodiac signs. So he was like a Libra or something like that, and we were like twin flames. So I was like on a deep dive. I'm like, oh, we're twin flames, and I would ask him like what time he was born. I was going really, really deep into it, and I'm thinking, okay, we're having problems now, but this is what this is. That's okay. That's okay that we're having problems because we're twin flames, and we're gonna work it out, and we're like destined to be together. Listen, and I don't even right now I don't remember the details of what a twin flame being in a twin flame relationship is. I don't really remember the details, but I do remember just really holding on to that because I wanted the relationship to work, and looking into twin flames made me feel comfortable to hold on to this thing that I should have let go. So zodiac signs, crap, whole bunch of crap. Like right now, I've got so I've that relationship scarred me. Now I don't ask people their zodiac signs anymore. I don't tell people my zodiac signs, and I don't ask them for theirs because at the end of the day, a lot of people say this. A lot of people that are into zodiac signs, they'll say, "Oh my gosh, like I I don't base my friendship or my relationships off of zodiac signs, but I just want to know. I just want to know so that it's just fun. It's just fun." And they say that they don't base things off of it, but they do subconsciously. They whether they want to or not, because that's what I did. That's what it. I was like, oh, tell me your zodiac sign. I don't like that doesn't determine if we're gonna be friends or close, but like just tell me anyways. When in the back of my head, subconsciously, it affected how I spoke to them, how I treated them, because I would after I know the zodiac sign, I will go and do my research. What does the zodiac sign likes? Or I'll start making assumptions about that person, like, oh, this person's this person's a Cancer. They're emotional. This must be an emotional person. I should really watch what I say around this person, and that person may not even be an emotional person. But because I read their zodiac signs, now I believe that they're an emotional person. So listen, anyone that tells you that they believe in zodiac signs, but they don't base their relationships off of zodiac signs, they are lying to you. They are, whether they know it or not. Or human brains are so complex. We think that we don't do these things, but we do. So yeah, zodiac signs. Ugh. Just throw the whole thing away. All right, number 3. I used to believe that people are crazy, and I do not believe that anymore. I don't believe human beings are inherently crazy. What used to happen is that I would think that if you think differently than me, that you're crazy or there's something wrong with you, and that is not the case. That person just looks at life differently, and they pay attention to different things that I myself just don't understand. One thing that, because I believe before I was very small minded, I was very like in a box, I'm not realizing there are a plethora, there's billions of people on this earth, and they're not all going to think the same. So even people that you think are crazy, let's say the homeless guy on the street that's talking to themselves, yeah, you think they're crazy, but they're not. Let me explain myself a little bit better. What I realize is that human beings are not crazy. The human race is not crazy. If you do think that someone is crazy, number one, you're just not understanding what they're thinking, what they're doing. You just don't understand them, and that doesn't mean that they're crazy. And also, there's spiritual warfare out there. Just because this person is talking to themselves doesn't mean what's happening to them is not happening to them. You get what I'm saying? Just because you don't understand or you don't see what is happening to them doesn't mean it's not happening. Just like our emotions, I can feel very sad right now, but you can't see that I am sad. You just see me in the physical realm, but I could be really sad and depressed deep down inside. So, and that's what I'm experiencing right now. If I feel sad and depressed, but you're looking at me and I look happy, you could think that, hey, if Candace is feeling sad and depressed, she must be crazy, right? When that's not the case. I am experiencing sadness. I'm experiencing depression, and that does not make me crazy. That means I am in tuned with a certain aspect or a certain realm that you are not in tune with at the moment. So when I see people that are talking to themselves or doing things differently than me, I don't automatically think they're crazy. I just don't. I believe that they're going through something or they're experiencing something that I am not realizing. Number 4 thing that I stopped believing is that details do not matter, because best believe the details do matter. So I am a very detail oriented person. That's just like how I am. I used to hang around a lot of people that made me think that how I was thinking was wrong or lame. They did not like overthinking. They didn't like thinking a lot. And I thought a lot. So a lot of the times how I felt in this friend group was that I was overthinking thinking. And I thought there was something wrong with me because no one else around me was like thinking how I was thinking. A lot of people weren't paying attention to details that I was paying attention to. So I thought maybe I was, again, overdoing something, making life a little bit harder than it should be. So I suppressed a lot of that part of me. I suppressed the paying attention to the details. I suppressed that. And when I did, I lost a part of me because now, as I'm learning more about myself, I realize that I am a thinker. That's what I do. The details matter to me. Uh, I realize that I pay attention to small details about people, and it helps me to guide my decisions. It's help when I pay attention to the details, it guides my decisions in how I go about doing things and how I go about interacting with this individual. And this to me is a gift because it's not something that is strenuous for me. It's very automatic. I'm not worried. I don't feel stress when I'm paying attention to the details. It's very automatic. It's very seamless. I think about things deeply, not all the time, but I do think about things deeply, and I love that part about myself now. But previously, I thought I was strange. I thought the details didn't matter because that's what my surroundings said. But the details do matter. It matters to me. All right. So, number 5, luck. I do not believe in luck anymore. I used to think that if something good happens to someone, it's just they're lucky. They were in the right place at the right time. Um, Even like rich people, I used to think all rich people were lucky. They happened upon $1 million one day, and after that their life was grand. But what I have realized is luck minimal has minimal to do with someone's success. Let's say 10 people could be going out for an interview at this well-known $1 million company, right? And there's only one position. Oh my goodness, my throat. So there's only one position for this job, and that one person gets the job, and you just think that they are the luckiest person on this planet. Oh my gosh, you're making all this money. You beat out the competition. Wow, you're just lucky. You're just lucky. But if you were to do a deep dive into all the individuals that went out for the job, you'll realize that the other 4 people did not prepare, or they weren't as qualified in terms of they didn't have the experience that the employer was looking for. But the person that did get the job, that person knew everything about the company, had more knowledge, was prepared based on their previous jobs, or whatever they studied. Like the person that got the job was more prepared. It had nothing to do with luck. It had nothing to do with it was a blip in the system and I just happened to get it. No, this person worked their butt off and got the job, and they beat the odds because they were more prepared. I remember I was working at this job, and I ended up being like the supervisor of the area that I was working in. I was teaching the new hires coming in. I became like the supervisor, or the I would say the lead of the area, because there was someone above me, but I became the lead, which was technically the supervisor because I handled a lot of the stuff. So one of my workers, if you will, that was helping with the new hire process, they came up to me one day and they were just talking to me. We were talking about, life at this job and how much I loved it because I did like my job and all of that. And and there was a lot of people that worked at this job. I would say maybe like over 1,000 people that was working. We were, and maybe even more than that, but we were always hiring groups of people, like 50, 60 people at a time. And So, anyways, this worker, me and this worker was talking. We were talking, and they asked me, they're like, uh, did you expect to be in the position that you were in? Like, cause he liked what I did, so he's like, did you expect it? Like, you know, did you expect it? Did you think you could do this? And I just I really thought about it. And I was like, wow, this is a very good question. And I looked at him and I said, yes, yes, I did. I did expect it because I was working towards this position. I did not think I wasn't going to get it. As soon as I started working at that job, because I started the job as a regular employee. When I realized there was a position to teach new hires coming in, everything I did was to become this lead that I was at this job. So I really did expect to get it. Um, but I was shocked that I even answered it that way because I didn't realize that I expected it. But to him, it was luck. He was like, wow, you're so lucky. But no, I'm not lucky. I aimed for this and I got it. Another reason why I don't believe in luck anymore is when and you guys should watch this other video I made when God showed up to me. But there was a time God appeared to me. I realized God was real, and one thing he told me was that there's no such thing as luck. There is no such thing as luck. That's one thing he downloaded into me. I just believed it. I knew with my heart of hearts that there was no such thing as luck. And after that, I started to realize, based on my life events and other people I've seen, other people's testimonies they've told me about how they became millionaires or how they got their business to grow and all of that, I realized that luck has nothing to do with it. But yeah, that's it. Those are the 5 things I do not believe anymore. And I hope this helps someone out there because it took me years to rewire my mind or for the Lord to change my perspective on certain things. Leave a comment uh, in the comment section about maybe things you want to hear from me, things that you want to talk about, you'd like for me to talk about. I would love to really push out content that my viewers are interested in. But as of now, I'm really just pushing out content that I'm led by the Lord to push out to you guys. So yeah, just let me know of anything you'd like to hear from me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys on the next episode.